Hey guys, Reality here, back again with another world record attempt, speedrun. This time it's on F1 2012 on the Champions mode, and the time to beat is 55 minutes and 37 seconds, set by ViperUK. Gonna have to concentrate for this short little bit at the beginning, this the tight section. There's several cars to overtake and they are easy AI, as per the strat done by pretty much everyone else, so they are pretty hazardous. Need to put rich mix on, but that's fine. So all of the challenges are going to be very easy, and to be honest, I would say that even with the hard setting, the most difficult setting on this mode, they're still pretty easy. So, but yeah, I'm about to overtake Raikkonen here. Probably going to go around the outside because he's just slow on the inside. There you go. Now I just need to hot lap basically. We've basically got enough fuel to just go rich mix the whole time, so this is where I've got to just use all my, I think I've got over 200 hours on this game on Steam, let alone what I've done on console years and years ago. Using controller as well, not a wheel. I used to race on keyboard with manual gears as well. That was not too bad, but controller is where it's at, definitely. If I had a wheel I probably would, but unfortunately not. To go around Schumacher here, that's a little bit awkward. But yeah, I've not run this category before, so I'm just kind of hitting it with one shot and hoping for the best here, but I'm hoping that my pace on this game is gonna shine through and I'm gonna be able to take this record, potentially. Yeah, DRS and Alonso isn't, so get past him. Might even win this race, you know. They're just so slow. Gonna have to go down the inside here, I think. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'd be surprised if I'm not first by the end of this lap, you know. Put the curves on, just hopefully we don't take it into here. Yeah, I can get some nice slipstream up and straight here. Don't even need to lift off, I'm just going to go to the outside and I should be past. So now this truly is a time trial. With one lap to go. You'll see the timer edited in. I think I'll edit it in on the top, but I'm not 100% sure. I think that's probably where it's most out of the way and not in the way of a GUI. But I'm racing without without a timer, because I'm playing this in full screen for best frame rate and stuff.
There's 6 seconds between you and the car
And probably
behind.
the best
Keep pushing.
viewing for you. I do have a little sheet of paper with a few splits from Viper. So I kind of know where I'm at. But it'll be until the end of the run until I'll know exactly what time I did, what place I'll be on the leaderboard. But this has gone pretty perfectly, really. Obviously, getting past the traffic is always awkward, because I've gapped Vettel by 11 seconds. Nice, okay, there we go. Now we spam A, and I think the next one is Lewis at A. You're on dry tyres on a wet track that gets worse. So this is probably one of the trickiest ones, if not the trickiest one. So I've got to be careful with my throttle, short shifting, etc. Okay. So DRS disabled. So the track starts off, basically I can still drive as if it's dry, despite how it looks. Oh my god, they're so slow. I had to make sure to get the rich mix on, but it's awkward with the controller, just to do it at the same time as steering and whatever.
3 laps to go.
Okay, I can feel the slip now. That was a little bit of a rear end kind of wanting to come round into turn 1, so gotta be careful now. Shouldn't have any risk of Hamilton catching. Even having done this on hard difficulty, there was still at least 10 seconds, I think. But yeah, just gotta be very careful. I don't know how much I'll commentate this, because it is something I do need to make sure I'm not over accelerating on exits, even though I'm running rich mix. That's purely for straight line speed.
Lewis is having to negotiate traffic. His lap time will be affected.
Yeah, now it's bad. I think on the last lap I will be spinning anytime, well, or I won't be spinning hopefully, but I will be spinning up anytime that I go for a turn. It will just want to change ends.
The car ahead is nearly a lap down. He should move over and let you pass.
This is definitely the one, by the way, where I can understand a wheel would be quicker, because you can just modulate your movements a little bit nicer. taking suboptimal lines, but it's the best I can do. Yeah, you can see we're already slower, but yeah.
Hold this until the end. You've got less than a lap to go.
You can see my speedometer on the bottom right and my revs. I'm trying to feather the throttle a little bit, just trying to push through the corner while finding the grip. Especially here, Jesus. Just understeering now. Sketchy. But this is it, final corner. That was good. Very little to complain about. Just at the end, little the wiggle. I think we're basically on par with Viper, but if anything, that's probably a good thing because I think he uses a wheel, and I would have thought he would be better than me on that last one. This is another wet one here now with Jensen, my favourite driver. But how this one works is I think we start under safety car with several cars back in the train, and I think they are slightly quicker at the beginning, but well, we'll see about that on easy mode. But
Safety car is in this lap.
this is the bit where I need to concentrate because no doubt I'm gonna have to make some overtakes right here, right now, because I reckon they'll just be slow.
Go now.
Yeah, it's one. Yeah, so in theory it should be quicker than me here, but little move there on Raikkonen. I'm fully expecting to be slow into this corner. The hanging left-hander at Brooklands. Not as bad as I thought, actually. They race like Legend AI at this point. They do slow up. And through Luffield I have plenty of experience of watching F1 cars in the wet round there. Only this year I was sat there on quali day, and it was pretty bad in the morning when they had the support races. I think F3 got cancelled because of rain. F2 went out and Kimi Antonelli won. Now is where they go toddler mode. Maybe. maybe? I don't know.
We're into the final couple of laps.
Be careful here not to crash into them, but I think I'm just going to go for a double dive bomb. Yeah, easy peasy. Now we push. I wouldn't really think of myself as a particularly good wet weather driver, to be honest, on this game. I don't feel like I'm that optimal, but my my time trial ranks for wet weather races that I have done says otherwise. There's some quite a few time trials now that I haven't uploaded yet that I'm going to upload all in one video. But let's just say I've done a few wet weather time trials and I'm right up the sharp end of where I should be. I'll also say that me and Viper, well, I don't think he knows it necessarily. I think he's don't really know him necessarily, but he seems like a racing game streamer of sorts. And one thing that he's run before that I'm aware of is V-Rally 3. Now, I set the I set the first, and obviously being the first, it was the world record at the time, V-Rally 3 career mode speedrun, which took me like almost 3 hours, I think. And he came along, I think, a week later, or maybe 2 weeks. Me being stupid, I didn't realise that I could skip races altogether in the run. I thought I had to complete everything. But because he's the moderator, he knows the rules, he exploited my lack of knowledge on that and subsequently set a sub 2 hour run on there, and ever since he's kept that record. At some point I'll go back for that, and I feel like I can do that, can beat him again, using the correct strategy. But for now, I'm going to try and beat him on the F1 2012 front, and we'll see about that one later. But yeah, there's a little story there. Coming to the end of this one anyways. I think that's been pretty good from my part. Just felt like I was getting quicker at the end. Next one is Seb at Hockenheim, which is usually one of my best tracks, so hopefully we're going to have some good speed there. I will say as well what season 2012 was in terms of real life entertainment. It was very exciting. I can remember being particularly excited about Kimi Räikkönen's return. And Jenson Button being fairly competitive as well. I think he won 3 races maybe, but that could be complete shit. I think he won Canada. He definitely won at Spa. Do remember that, I think. Or was that Weber actually? You know what? It was 12 years ago. If my memory recollection is not 100%, then I think I can be excused. Anyway, back to dries, and I think we're done with the wet conditions altogether, to be honest. Fuck's sake, I do get held a bit here, but make a move there. Don't see many moves made there, but like I said in the last one, it's like they're being driven by toddlers, so a bit wide, but it's fine. I was hoping I might get DRS off of the Virgin there, but... Oh, Marussia, I should say. Same thing, basically. I don't know if I need a downshift for that, to be honest. I probably can just keep it safe, because it seems like that's a bit unnecessarily slow. Probably was a slight corner cut there, but it's not going to matter. I'm not one that usually corner cuts a lot, to be honest, so I'm not particularly bothered and worried about getting penalties. I like to think I'm consistent on this game. I can just kind of do the same lap times again and again. I do have a tendency to put it in neutral every now and then though, for some reason. Try it, just 6th gear. That's fine, yeah. Feels like I'm in between gears there, but I don't remember being that way when I do my actual setups. Although I do vaguely remember shifting down for it, that's why I was doing it. I think it's because my gearing's longer when I have my own setup. HRT's going to go to the right there. Vettel is long gone. I think, yeah, final lap here, so... Ooh, I'm going to actually upbrake myself a bit here, which is not ideal, of course, but a minor time loss. Okay, another decent race, and again, I have no idea where I'm at compared to Viper. I think we're probably fairly close still. Maybe I'm a bit behind still. Next one is Alonso? Yeah, and then it must be Michael. So what is this one? I can't remember. know I've got to pass a lot of cars. Oh, it's the Monza race. I remember now. Yeah, you can overtake everyone down into turn 1. It's really easy. Even on hard mode, I overtook everyone into turn 1. So let's just do this. Probably wasn't most clean, but main thing is we're just there now. We're in the lead. Let's see how we can do here. Time trialing Monza. That was pretty conservative. You can cut a lot here at Ascari, so I might get this wrong, but nah, that's right. That's how you want to do it. Maybe not cut the exit so tight, because I got a little bounce and slow down, and then here go down a few gears. That's about right. And then we need to kind of not outbrake ourselves here. Kind of did, but that'll do. Ah, fuck. See how much time that's lost, but I'm not very happy. Still purple, but obviously we'll see how many seconds we're up next lap to see how much we lost. I'm going to say maybe 4 or 5 seconds. Don't think we can afford that either. I think we're so tight with Viper. Yeah, I mean, regardless of whether I beat the record or not, it's being uploaded, but obviously I want to do the best I can and take the record. It's something I'll probably come back to as well. Some speedruns I do, to be honest, I know I won't come back to them because it's like a one-off type thing really, but F1 2012 runs, whether it's time trials or whatever, and you can see, by the way, 3.4 seconds, so yeah, my estimate of about 4 seconds is probably about right. Two more laps to go. taken that a bit more cautiously than I ever would, but I haven't raced Monza in quite a while, and I've just kind of, it's a strange one. You can cut some places, in other places you get absolutely wrecked for it, so.
Hold this until the end. You've got less than a lap to go.
Wasn't the most clean. I think I didn't downshift quick enough to lose the speed and just overrun it a little bit. Maybe Monza's the next one on time trial. Ooh. Yeah, because I kind of suck here. Apparently that slows you down. Okay. It's fine. Definitely not the best it could have been, but yeah, we move. Just gotta get it right here at Sepang next. Yeah, so 2 more to go. I've got time written down of 44:33 for the split that Viper had after this one. So we'll kind of sort of know whereabouts I'm at. I don't actually know when the run necessarily starts, by the way, but I've gone through the menus in terms of my recording, but it could be something else. Get into Rich. Sepang's a track that I feel a lot more comfortable on, so hopefully we'll be fine here. If you made it this far into the video, thank you, and comment what your favourite season of Formula 1 is, or was, or whatever. How does 2012 stack up for you? For me, it's right up there, in terms of, oh, for fuck's sake. And he got DRS. You little shit. Just gonna drive around them like that. Save the curves for the end of the lap.
tyres are much better than Michael's. Right now you've got a much better car, so let's get a move on.
My favourite season is always going to be probably 2009, to be honest, because it's kind of the first season I can really remember, and Jenson Button, as I mentioned earlier, is my favourite driver, so it'll always be quite special. And what story as well, I mean, everyone knows it now, but yeah, the whole Braun saga was incredible. I suppose other seasons that probably be up there would be like 2007. I think that's the closest championship there's ever been. Obviously, if it wouldn't be the case if it wasn't for Hamilton's screw-ups in the final two races. Obviously, there are reasons why. Not everything was his fault. Not that I'm sure some people defend Hamilton to the sun and back, but I'm not someone who's ever really liked Lewis necessarily. I don't mind him, but he's never been someone I've like supported, I guess, as a fan. People forget that his tyres were incredibly worn at China in 2007, and you know, that definitely contributed to him running on in the pits that we all know. Got him beached and had to retire. And then he had a, I think it was a hydraulics problem or something at Brazil, and that actually dropped him to the back, and he recovered to 7th, I think, but it wasn't enough. With Raikkonen winning both China and Brazil.
4 laps remaining, 4 laps until
2010 as well was an amazing season in terms of like modern history, I guess. And not that I'm very much a casual now. I used to watch F1 religiously, then turbo hybrids kicked in and I wasn't so interested anymore. But I know people will say 2021 was a fantastic year, and I remember having goosebumps on that finale, thinking Lewis was going to pick up the championship, and then the Latifi moment, safety car, and you know, however you look at what happened at the end, is one of as someone who's now, I would consider myself a neutral, I look on it and say, wow, that's a story. I don't necessarily agree with it, but yeah, what a story. That one will go down in folklore. And you know, Verstappen, you know, regardless of the events at Abu Dhabi, I think from what I've seen and what I did see in the races that I did watch, Verstappen was very fast that season, faster than Hamilton at several meetings. And you could say he deserved the championship because he was, you know, there's definitely a debate to say that he was the fastest driver that season, maybe. I'm not going to weigh in on that personally, but I have seen that thrown around. People were happy for him because it was his first championship and he was probably the faster driver in the season, this, that and the other. fair play. You know, he's definitely proved it since, I suppose, that he's an elite driver. You know, 2 championships since at time of recording. Going to be 3 probably, despite this season not being as dominant as previous ones.
We have a 30-second lead over Alonso.
Maybe he's felt the pressure a little bit this season from what I've seen, but I think it's all understandable, and you have to understand that they're all the drivers, whether it's at the front, middle, or the back of the grids, they're all trying their best and giving it everything. So
We're into the final couple of laps.
back to the speed run somewhat though. I'm not liking the look of the time. The only timer that I kind of do have is the recording timer, which I can see on my screen, which you can't see. And I've also got how long my mic's been going on for, how long it's been recording for. I think we're probably behind, so I need a really good coater. I could be completely wrong on that, but don't like running wide there either. This Mercedes definitely doesn't have as much bite as some of the other cars we've driven in this challenge. As much as I love F1 2012, by the way, there are definitely faults with the game. Some of the curbs on this game, as much as you can kind of keep a mental note and work around it, they're pretty brutal, and they will spin you out. This game is maybe more brutal than some other games, which the curbs are a lot more lenient, but just one little thing. I would say that the setup situation in this game, the setups that you run for most tracks being the lowest wings and some weird, hard springs, usually gearbox as long as it can go, is pretty interesting.
Michael's coming up on traffic. He'll lose a little time.
It's a fine lap, by the way. I think the 2010 paddock for the menu was perfect. And the wind tunnel kind of backdrops we have on this game are definitely a step down. Oh, for fuck's sake, De La Rosa getting in my way there. You know what? I don't think we've actually lost as much time as I thought. I might have made some back there on Sepang. And I've just got to hope that Kota, usually, I think I'm pretty quick at Kota. So let's just hope and pray that I can clutch it up. It's like a 6-lap race, I believe, against all of the drivers. Oh, for fuck's sake. I could just do that, couldn't I? Whatever. Menu navigation, suboptimal, but did I even go into rich mix on the last one? I surely did. I surely did. We're definitely going rich mix on this one anyway. And it should be an easy dive bomb. Now we need to run away. Really not a fan of Kota in most games. I think I just love F124 so much that it doesn't feel too bad here. But in general, I don't like the track at all. Especially, I'm a huge MotoGP fan. To those who don't know, which is probably most of you. Although quite a lot of my friends do watch my videos, I think, but maybe not extensively. And yeah, it's a terrible bike track, and on the games as well, it's one I again tend to have success at, but I don't actually enjoy it. The handling on this game, I know friends who don't like it so much. I think it's perfect. I love it. Not necessarily, you know, for realism or however you want to say it. It's not the most realistic, but my god, is it fun. Genuinely would not change a thing. Oh yeah, back to things I would change with the game. It's not really the fault of the game necessarily, but this is going to be a corner cut because that's one of the things that should be changed. There are certain corner cuts on the game that are either way too lenient, and then there are ones like that one, in particular, which are stupid, utterly stupid.
4 laps remaining. 4 laps until the end of the race.
Shit. Oh, my game just crashed. Fuck, what do I do? I'm gonna say, and I'll put a little note in this. I'm gonna reopen the game. I'm gonna redo the final challenge, and I'm gonna cut the time accordingly to only count the second run or whatever. Okay, I'm ready to go now. So when I click easy, I'm going to resplit, and I'll know how to align the audio from my mic and whatever. So 3, 2, 1, go. What a pain in the arse. Like I said, I just never get game crashes. contact there into 1, but still the same result, we're leading. I don't think I even finished my sentence from earlier in terms of what I would change about the game. Like I was saying before, the game rudely interrupted. It's not the fault of the game, but it would be nice to have tracks like Nürburgring, Istanbul Park, you know, tracks that were in 2011 game, but not in this one because they weren't on the calendar. It was always a cool thing about F1. F1 2013 that it had some classic tracks on it. If you had that DLC, or you had the complete edition or whatever. I always had the, well, I have F1 2013 on Steam, but it's the basic edition, so I don't think it has the complete classic cars. I did used to have the kind of complete version on my Xbox 360 though. So I had the 80s and the 90s cars, and all of the tracks. So I had, you know, Jerez and Brands, I think, are in the basic one, but you also had Estoril and something else, I think. I'll probably remember what it is later. Oh, Imola. You had Imola as well. Particularly Imola, I remember driving the FW14B, which is the 1992 Williams. That was my favourite classic car on that game to drive. And just, yeah, hot lapping Imola. I think actually the laps that I've just done are pretty close to the ones that I did on my first run, so I'm going to try and lock in and do some quick laps here, because I am mindful that we might be behind Viper. I'll tell you what would be cool, and I know what, I kind of understand why they made the final challenge car a Williams. because a lot of the top cars are obviously taken. And Williams is a incredibly successful team, of course, in the history of Formula 1. So I understand it, makes sense. And it puts you at a little disadvantage compared to them. But what if they did like a gold car for the final race or something? How cool would that be? Just like a one-off car that is literally just gold paintwork and no sponsors or anything. And that's your final challenge car. I know we're kind of on the limit because I'm understeering into some of the corners. The car's just slipping out from underneath me. I've got push though. Obviously it's partly the tyres wearing and whatever, but yeah.
2 laps until the end of the race.
Tyres are really wearing. See how much wheel spin I was getting coming through that corner. If I was a little rat, I could strategically corner cut, to be fair, but
You're into the final
it's not very
lap.
nice.
Tyres, fuel and temperatures are good.
You can see the wear on those tyres, by the way. The front tyres are looking a bit patchy, which is unsurprising. I mean, this section's got to be hard on tyres, both sides. This is the final lap, so final run around in these cars. Obviously we're going to beat the challenge by an absolute mile. It's just a case of what is that final time once I've pieced the two parts together. Lock in. Yeah, the grip's low now, so maybe I am a rat because that was strategic there, but I'm gonna run up to the line, and that's gonna be wraps. that is going to be wraps. So if I did get the record, yay, I got the record. Good job me. I'm sure Viper will be back. Or if I didn't get the record, damn it. Better luck next time. I will find out and I will put something in the post edit. So it turns out that we just missed out on the record by about 8 seconds, I believe. I'm just calculating it now. That's a shame. I think that mistake at Monza really cost us those 4 seconds, bit of menu navigation and just general optimizations in quicker driving, you know, marginally on some tracks. You know, with the equipment that I've got, it's definitely possible. I think naturally we're going to lose a little bit of time on the ones where you have to be smooth. The wet weather driving, I think we could be a touch quicker. But yeah, I will be back and I will have that record, providing it doesn't improve it massively in the interim. A shame though, I will be back. Much more content coming, I am certain of that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.